the last bit of trade rumors we're getting into on the NFL side, some things are spicing up about Derek Carr. Now, before we get into it, the comment section is going to say, the Raiders have already said that he is off the table and will not be traded. This is just a fun conversation. Because
never heard that before.
Teams could totally say that and then change their mind on a drop of a hat if the right offer is put out there. But two little stories coming out about this is, number one, CBS has, it's becoming a yearly occurrence. This offseason, there have been rumblings about the availability of Las Vegas Raiders quarterback Derek Carr and if he could be involved in what promises to be a widely entertaining edition of the quarterback carousel. According to a recent report, however, the Raiders haven't shown interest in parting ways with their starting signal caller. On Wednesday, Carr's brother and current analyst David Carr said on the NFL Network that teams have called the Raiders and made offers for Carr, but all have been told no, according to James Palmer. Apparently, there have been, it says a report from SI's Albert Breer would indicate the former is most likely, so them keeping him, as he reported on Monday that he was told pretty strongly that Carr is not available for a trade. But there's rumors out there that 4 teams are interested. Dave, one of them we may know. If
one of them we may have talked about in a previous Derek Carr to the Chicago Bears segment on this very show 2 years ago.
No, not the Bears.
Oh, the Bears are linked to him.
The Bears are linked to him, but there are reports coming out that the Washington football team have called the Raiders and said, hey, what would it take? What would it take to get Derek Carr from Las Vegas into Washington, D.C. to play for the football team? Dave, we'll start there. Should the Raiders be enticed by the Washington football team to get a deal done if that number 19 pick is involved? Because I would feel like it would have to be involved for Derek Carr.
I mean, you know how much the Raiders have always wanted a pass rusher. I mean, the Washington football team does do pass rushing pretty fucking good.
You trying to say Chase Young's on the table? Is that what Dave's trying to say?
Chase Young's on any table anywhere. But I am saying that, if there is a pass rusher to be had, the Raiders would be appreciative of it. David Carr, I'm glad he's talking about his little bro getting fucking picks. That's always fun. But like, I don't think Carr is worth a first. I'm being an asshole there.
Okay.
And be like, well, Matt Stafford went for what?
Matt Stafford went for a couple first. Let's see. Matt Stafford. No, that's the article that came out today. Let's see if Wikipedia has it.
Because I would rank Stafford as better than Carr.
But
the question is by how much?
I'll look into it. I'll find you that answer, Dave.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, that you start with Stafford, but Stafford's better than Carr is, and I think that Carr is probably worth considerably less. So yeah, he might be worth a first and a sixth, maybe a first and a sixth.
So the Rams sent a 2022 first, and a 2023 first, a third round pick this year, to the Lions and Jared Goff. So basically they got Goff, the Rams' next 2 years of first round picks in 2022 and 2023, and then a third round pick this year. So
I would say Carr's worth a 1 and a 6.
Okay. So yeah,
I mean, the whole reason I don't believe it's going to happen is because the Raiders want to make sure Marcus Mariota is healthy.
Yeah.
Before trading Carr. I think you're going to see this in the right before the season starts. Carr will be available if Marcus Mariota is 100% healthy. That's how that team looks going forward. They looked phenomenal for a little bit with Mariota running and gunning back there. And I know everybody's like, well, that was just temporary, and once defense is yada yada yada. If that man can feel his whole hand that he throws football with, he's a good quarterback still.
Yeah,
he still is a very good quarterback. So I think that's their long-term plan. It's just they don't want to sell out on Carr now and not have a guarantee that Mariota will be healthy at the start of the season.
It's also funny too because so they mentioned 4 teams We know one of them, which is apparently Washington.
The Bears are another.
You think so? The teams that all the teams that the other three could be, the Niners need a quarterback. The Bears have been in quarterback discussions. The Colts have been in quarterback discussions, and even the Panthers have reached out. I don't know if that was just a Deshaun Watson thing where they
reached out to all teams.
Here you go. Which of those? Because obviously, one of them has to be off. Like the Bears, I feel like would be involved because like. Eric kind of brings up a good point of like, does it even matter with the reuniting Derek Carr with Khalil Mack? I know they're on two different sides of the ball.
We've traded with the Raiders before, so we have a rapport. Mm-hmm. That's the whole thing. Hey, we did a win-win deal with you guys. Like, let's do another.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's what the Bears, the Colts, the Washington football team, and I'll say Panthers. The Niners. I'm on the other
the
side.
Panthers over the Niners. Okay. And the Panthers. They try to get Stafford. They try to get wow, I blanked on Deshaun Watson's name. But I think they really don't like Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay.
So my guess is that they're going to try to get Carr as well. I don't see Carr going there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that as an ideal fit for either party. And again, the value that they offered for Matt Stafford was probably. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It wasn't great. I think they were the ones who did the 1-6 for Stafford. So that shows how far off they were really from being actually in the game. But I think that is the right value for Carr. Now, do I think they offer that for Carr? No.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of the problem.
Yeah.
I think they're going to lowball because they have a quarterback who can get the job done, but he's not necessarily a franchise quarterback per se.
That's why to me it's like out of the team, the Panthers may be a team that like obviously I left them off mainly because of that fact of like Deshaun Watson to Derek Carr are two different players. Plus, like you said, I would take if I had a choice between Stafford and Carr, I would take Matthew Stafford too before I took Derek Carr. So like maybe that was just we'd be stupid not to throw out an offer for these two. But if a Derek Carr's out there, they're like, nah, we don't need to do that. Yet again, do they value Carr more than Bridgewater? Okay, so you're just lowballing.
Yeah, I think they're just checking the waters, seeing what the temps are.
The other team that I think could be like the one out is I want to say the Colts because they've always seemed like a team that was like, from what they've said, it's never been like a yes, we're gonna go get a quarterback. It's always been like, well, we have a plan. We don't need to sell the farm or anything. So to me, it's like the Colts have been like the team where it's like, we'll inquire, but we're not gonna basically beat up ourselves to try to get a quarterback or try to trade for a quarterback, I should say. Because there are options out there in free agency. Ryan Fitzpatrick is sitting out there. Jimmy G might be like, that's the thing with the Niners. Are they sitting to where it's like Jimmy G is an option just to come back? Carson Wentz. He is also traded yet again. Dave, it's almost Friday. We haven't gotten a deal. We were trying to get a deal.
Carson Wentz. Sorry, Colts.
Wentz is a Colt, so that's why they're not asking for Derek Carr because you think that deal
the Bears tried and we got deadlocked on the asking price. I think the Colts are still the obvious choice because of the coach connection.
Okay,
so I think Carr is likely Washington football team, Bears, or I guess Niners bound. Yeah. You know, the Niners one would be weird to me, but I could see that. I could see him working well in that Niners offense. That's the thing. Like, I like Carr. I think he could make it work over there.
The thing with the Niners is I see them as a team of, do they panic? Do they panic and be like, we got to trade for a quarterback because we can't bring Jimmy G
We're right there.
Mm-hmm. Like, how much faith do they have in Jimmy G? Because, like, the 49ers could just be a team like, hey, we're just going to come back healthy next year, and we're going to run it back. Which, did you hear the comments from Bruce Arians yesterday, Dave?
No.
When he was asked about, like, running it back, and he's like, fuck no, that's a Chiefs thing. We're going to win another one.
Nice.
Like, there's no running it back. We're for sure going to win. Also, Tom Brady saying you got a little tipsy on the avocado tequila, Dave.
That's hilarious.
A little avocado tequila there. But with this one at the end of the day, throw it in there because obviously got to talk about it. But yet again, I don't see Carr getting moved, mainly because what you said. They have Marcus Mariota. I'm not even sure they like Mariota more than Carr. It's just a thing of we want both quarterbacks. They're not going to trade Carr. Mariota then starts, doesn't work out. Then they're sitting there like this going, holy shit, we had Derek Carr. Now we have just Mariota. So I feel like they're just going to play both quarterbacks. Whichever one, if Carr's injured and Mariota's better, Gruden will go to Mariota. If Derek Carr gives him the best chance to win, there will be an open competition, I feel like. And then if he loses, then maybe the conversations then start. But right now, I don't see any. Any final thoughts, Dave, before we end the show?
No.
That is going to do it then for MVP Sports Live. Thank you guys for doing everything you do each and every day. Remember, join the Discord, greatest community in the universe down below if you're not in it already. If you want to support us, patreon.com/MVPvids, or throwing us a sub on Twitch if you want to help us out. We're on Twitch every Monday through Friday, twitch.tv/MVPvids. We are also on YouTube at MVP Sports, so like, follow, sub at all of those locations. Dave and I will be back tomorrow, a fun Friday to end the week with all your sports news. Thank you guys for watching us today, and as always, have a good day, everybody.
WPN.